As the first round robin of the Louis Vuitton Trophy Regatta in La Maddalena nears its completion, it was time for a rare night off, a true beach party enabling everybody to take stock of the beautiful Sardinian surroundings. Once again, the wind took a while to cooperate for racing on day 8 of the Louis Vuitton Regatta off La Maddalena. A light northerly of 6 to 7 knots eventually filling in to let Team Origin take on Luna Rossa. As is so often the case in America's Cup-style match racing, the start box action was decisive if somewhat sedentary.
15 to kill. 12 to kill.
With the left-hand side of the course looking the most favourable, Van Ainsley positioned the British boat accordingly to leeward of Luna Rossa. Team Origin hit the line at speed, heading to the left-hand side, while Ed Baird rolled Luna Rossa into attack just off the line to head right. Shortly afterwards came the voice of Origin navigator Peter Iser saying it was a split wind, the boat sailing in 2 different breezes.
Split wind, huh? Just more pressure upwind, huh? Start the watch. Oh, it took a second to double check.
2.5 and 2.
And it didn't take long to discover who had the best one. Origin riding a left-hand shift around the top mark, 35 seconds ahead of Luna Rossa. The breeze remained steady, providing no passing lane for the Italians, who could only follow the leader.
5 seconds.
Team Origin going on to win by 37 seconds. An even lighter breeze did not augur well for the next match between Synergy and Azzurra, and an uneventful starting sequence seemed to back that up. Synergy tactician Rod Dawson reckoned the line was square to the wind, but still wanted the right-hand side and got it. Azzurra were happy left, and the beat began to develop slowly before suddenly exploding as Francesco Bruni, coming in on port, decided he could get around the front of the Russians who had the right of way. From a distance it looked like a classic port starboard infringement. The umpires disagreed and flew the green and white flag to indicate no penalty. So she reckoned to have been altering course, which put Azzurra in the clear. Now the scrap was full on, Synergy tried to force their way back into the lead. The Russians kept it as tight as possible, but never got close enough to really attack.
Guarda lui,
Azura kept them at arm's length and the point was in the bag.
We kind of had an even start. Eventually decided we got a bit of a shift, so we could cross at the first bit. It was enough. They flagged us. It was green flag. And then in the first run we had a bit of a drama on board because apparently one of the buttons was engaged, so we couldn't jibe the spinnaker properly. And so we got rolled, and from then on it was a bit tight, so we had to defend all the second bit and the run, but finally got our way. So we're very happy with this result and looking forward to the next race.
6, 5, 4.
A good day for Azura was about to turn bad as they took on Artemis in race 3. Early in the pre-start, Francesco Bruni looked to have trapped himself in an awkward spot, perhaps failing to keep clear. Off Artemis came the speculative question. Up went the protest flag, followed soon after by the blue flag on the umpire boat. Azura now well and truly on the back foot with the race yet to start.
Faster, clear 3.
Nice, Terry, nice.
Terry, he's killing 20.
By now, though, the breeze was beginning to play some tricks, swirling down the track in puffs of pressure to give Azura some hope of breaking free.
We're just going to bear away and go breeze behind.
Down. Huh?
Yeah.
The Italians' best chance came on the first run, which had the protest flags flying, as Bruni gradually eased ahead of Terry Hutchinson at the helm of Artemis. At the gate, the Italians led, but only by 9 seconds, and soon after exiting, Artemis tacked to regain the power of the right. It proved conclusive, and by the top mark, Azura's attacks had failed. Artemis powering down the run for home with a 20-second lead, and the Italians still carrying a penalty. Game over. Another point to the high-flying Artemis.
Yeah, he didn't take nearly enough room, did he?
Shredded sails decided the outcome of both the day's remaining races. Sweden's Artemis, the form team of the regatta so far, were trailing another emerging force, Russia's Synergy. Karol Jablonski had won the start and led comfortably at the halfway gate. Then, as Terry Hutchinson brought Artemis around the mark, the spinnaker dropped under the Swedish boat's bow, taking the pole with it. The spar now in 2 pieces. Artemis was dead in the water. Boatmaster Jarrett Henderson over the side, trying to free the lines from under the yacht. The competition leaders retired, while the Russians sailed on for another well-earned win, which also takes them to the top of the leaderboard. It was a damaged jib that played its part in the Kiwis' defeat at the hands of All for One. With the wind peaking near the maximum the boats can handle, the teams came out of the start almost even. All for One with their nose slightly in front, but the Kiwis holding the power of the right. But then a small tear became a large problem on the Emirates boat. The New Zealanders forced to go into preservation mode to avoid losing the sail altogether, limping to the first mark 17 seconds behind. The Franco-German team aboard All for One, led by Olympian Jochen Schumann, took full advantage of the Kiwis' plight, doubling their lead and winning by 20 seconds.